Hello, my name's Evie, I'm 15 and the STEM subject I'm passionate about is biology. I often get asked why I am so passionate about biology, and I think it's because it's a subject that provides both knowledge and respect for all living things, and I think that's something that everyone should have experienced and should have access to. Being a teenager or a young woman in the 21st century who wants to express their passion in any STEM subject can be quite challenging, as I know from experience. We are shown through many different types of social media like Instagram and YouTube that we are meant to be passionate about beauty, hair and makeup, but this isn't the case for all of us. Going against the trend of society can be quite difficult and can be a challenge, but nothing should stand in between you and your passion. I believe by stepping out and striving for what you love will mean you can look back many times and feel that you have achieved something brilliant. And I know from personal experience, I look back and I think, I'm glad I stood out and I'm glad I ploughed my own furrow. I think for me it might have been a little bit easier because from a young age I've known I have always loved animals, wildlife and the environment. I've been brought up with it and I feel that it possibly worked as a catalyst for me to love biology, but a lot of people have no idea what direction they want their life to go in. And I think that makes it easier for them to get swept up in the crowd, see what their friends are doing and just simply follow that. This is made even harder by the stigma and the stereotype attached to STEM subjects. I know that in my school they are seen as the academic, the boring, the ones we are forced to do, but this really isn't the case for STEM subjects. But if we all just sit back and agree with stereotypes, we will never be able to see them for what they truly are. We'll walk into lessons with our minds full of all the negative connotations, and we won't walk in with our heads blank and a blank page, looking at it from a positive perspective. And until you do that, you will not be able to find out if perhaps that lesson was the one that you were passionate about. The point I'm trying to make is to just try it. No matter what people say, simply just try it. Because you don't know if that's what you want to be doing for the rest of your life. And it's quite easy for people to sideline the STEM subjects. But as someone who has found a passion for one of those STEM subjects, I really recommend for you to just give it a go. So as I've said before, the STEM subject that I love is biology, and I've chosen to express that passion via a YouTube channel called Evie Goes Wild. Now, I've been doing this for about a year, and I do have to say that I did face a lot of challenges along the way, mainly from my peer group and those at school. It was outside of the box, and it's not the sort of seen thing to do to have a channel that fixates around nature, wildlife, biology, a bit of geography. It's not the sort of seen thing and it's not a regular occurrence within schools. So I think that took a lot of people by surprise and gave me a very mixed response. I think one of the hardest things to get was the fact that not everyone's going to understand what I was doing. People didn't get why I was having a YouTube channel completely dedicated to nature and biology. It sort of wasn't something they understood, and they couldn't understand why I would be so passionate about biology that I'd start a YouTube channel out of it. And it did take me quite a while to comprehend that and sort of realise that it doesn't matter if not everyone gets what you're doing, or if not everyone agrees that it's right to love biology or another STEM subject. As long as you love it and you want to do stuff about it, then that's all that matters. And if along the way you get, say, 5 people who are like, I love what you're doing, then that's just another added bonus. I think for the first couple of months of me doing my YouTube channel, Evie Goes Wild, throughout school I did get quite a few sort of comments made that were maybe to sort of make a joke out of it, sort of to take the mick out of me because it wasn't the done or seen thing to do. And it was almost like a sitting duck. It was a bit of an easy target because it was out of the box and it wasn't a usual thing. And if something's not done and not a common thing to do, then people will just revel in it and will use it to make a joke. But that does only last for a few months, and honestly I just let it go over my head. It didn't mean anything and I loved what I was doing, and as I've said before, that's all that matters, your passion and you following through with what you want to do. But a year down the line of Evie Goes Wild, I can say that I really recommend for any of you to go out there and find a way to express your passion of any STEM subject. And if you haven't quite found the subject that you're passionate about, then go looking. There's no time like the present. And whether you feel that you're going to have stereotype or stigma against you, none of that can hold you back. I'm a prime example of that, and I've been through it, and I think I enjoyed all of it. There wasn't anything that I regret doing, and I'm really glad that I did go through it. And I've made some great friends along the way, people that are also passionate about biology that I can talk to about it, and ways to reach out to other people who are the same age as me to try and get them to find a STEM subject that they love.